Hey everyone, so it's Tasha from DNA Royals. As promised, we said that we were going to do an update. We did ask you guys whether you wanted a room update or a hatchling update, and we got sort of mixed responses. So we'll do both in the same video. So we'll give you a little tour of the reptile room, or snake room as we're calling it, now that it's pretty much done. We started to move a few things in, and just material bits really, and we're hoping to get the first load of snakes out here either this week or next week. Not entirely sure yet. We're just sort of still testing temperatures, still making sure that the ambient is okay in here, which at the moment we're sort of sitting between 78 and 80 Fahrenheit, which is perfect at the moment. Obviously when the racks come out here, that's going to raise a little bit, so we'll have to have a little bit of a jig about with that. Okay, so if we... I can't even turn my camera around. Okay. So we'll stop the video here, redo another one, and we'll knit it on so that you can have a good tour of the reptile room. So we hope you like it. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking how exactly we did the build. So we obviously got the groundwork and that done. We put a 20 by 10 concrete base in, and then we bought a 20 by 10 log lap shed with 3/4 inch thick plyboard flooring. From there we wrapped the whole thing in Rhinovent. We then insulated the walls with foil bubble wrap. The floor was done with gold foil with foam backing. And then on top of the floor then we put 3/4 inch thick OSB board down as well. The ceiling we wrapped in Celotex, rock wool. So the rock wool was up in the ceiling, and then we plasterboarded, plastered and painted. All in all, the build took around about 2 months to get done, just because it was myself and my partner that were doing a lot of the work. The only things that we really had professionals come in to do was the plastering and the electrics. So all in all, I think we did pretty much okay. So in the room then, on this wall, we've got a 2 kilowatt panel heater down there with digital displays. There are two 2 kilowatt panel heaters in the room, which you'll see in a minute. Both of them are run off their own thermostat. The room itself, like I said, is staying at 78 to 80 Fahrenheit. So we're pretty much okay with that at the moment. Again, when the racks come in, that'll probably change, but we can, tweak about with that once that's sorted. Okay, so as you can see, we added a few bits in yesterday. So we've got our freezer, cleaning roll, humidifier, the incubator, which we're just setting up and testing temperatures at the moment. At the moment, it's still a little bit too high. So we need to bring that down a little bit, but again, it's just being set up at the moment. Kind of excited for this though, because we thought our 2018 season was over. Turns out it isn't, because our phantom het pied has just ovulated, and she was paired to a Pastel het pied, so fingers crossed for that one. Yeah, so then we've got our light tent just down in the bottom there, workstation with all our sort of like just bits and bobs, tags and things in there, rodent bags, can never have enough rodent bags, towels and bits and bobs in there, all the paperwork, pens, scales, blah 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 blah, and then bottles for water and stuff in there. And then we've got one of the bins in there, although I am looking at adding another 3, 2 mainly for bedding, and then 1 as a general purpose bin. Obviously Hoover, you need a Hoover. So we went and bought a Hoover for it here. So yeah, so that's the other wall. That window is going to be changed out. We are going to change that for a UPVC one. Yeah, that should help with the humidity, help with the heat a little bit better. So thermostat over on the wall there, that's the one that controls the 2 kilowatt panel heaters. So we've got lighting, 2 light switches, and then one's for outside. The doors, again, the doors are being changed out for French doors, for added security and to keep the heat in. And then there's the other 2 kilowatt panel heater over there. So eventually then we're going to be having a sink in here. Probably looking at doing that after Christmas now. Just because the budget's got a bit tight now, and obviously we're due Bambino number 3 pretty soon. So we've got double plug socket here. One's going to be for the water heater, the other one's just a spare at the moment. Consumer unit up there. So then along this wall then is where all the racks are going to sit. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double sockets along that wall there. So that's where all the racks are going to be going. And then on that wall down there then I want to get a vinyl sticker done of our logo, just to pop that up there and make that look a bit nicer. So yeah, that's the room, guys. So I just want to say a huge thank you as well to those that have been following us whilst we've been doing this. You guys have given us a lot of support and a lot of inspiration, and also a huge thank you to those that have given us ideas and told us sort of like the ways to put this together, basically. Because this is the first time we've ever done something as big as this. Well, something like this in general anyway, you know. So yeah, so okay, so we'll stop there and then we will go and have a quick look at the hatchlings. Okay folks, so we're back with a clutch update then. So these guys, we haven't shown these guys off since we cut the clutch. So this was the clown clutch. So this was it was originally a het clown paired to a pastel het clown and a clown. It turns out the pastel het clown side this clutch, because there are 2 pastels within the clutch. So this one here then is a little female 66% het clown. And she's absolutely gorgeous. All of these guys have now started to feed, which is great. And look at that belly. She's so pretty. So yeah, that's a little female 66% het clown. All of these guys will be available once they've had 10 consecutive feeds. Well, all bar the clown. The clown's not going anywhere. So that's that little girl. Okay, so this is another 66% het clown female. Really gorgeous, pretty little thing. The light's not really on our side today. Usually we show the snakes off by ear because the light is usually really good. It doesn't seem to be on our side today. Again, these guys, they've all started feeding now. Barely on that one. Alright, steady, sweetheart. But I love how she's almost granity looking down the sides there. She's got some really, really pretty markers to her. So yeah, female 66% het clown. Okay, so this is another female. Yeah. Female, 66% hatchling, who's quite shy. You can see this one's been feeding really well compared to the other ones. This one's a right chunk. But she's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I think this little girl will prove out. Don't know why, I just got a feeling is with this neck breaker here, it's sort of the same as what Mum's got. She's got a little bit of a patterning along here as well. And check that belly out. This one looks a lot like Mum. Although Mum's quite funky looking. So again, that's a normal 66% hatchling female. Super pretty, these guys are. So this one is a male 66% hatchling. And again, he's got a really funky belly. Gorgeous snakes. And again, you can see this one's been feeding really, really well as well, compared to the others. He's so pretty. So we'll move on to the two pastels. Okay, so this is pastel number 1, and this is a male. So this is a male pastel, 66% hatchling. He does not want to play ball with me today. He's like, no, I don't want to come out and play for the camera. Gorgeous boy. Again, he's started to feed really, really well now. He's got a really, really clean belly. So again, this little guy will be available once he's had 10 consecutive feeds. And this one is the female pastel 66% hatchling. And she's just an absolute monster. She feeds like there's no tomorrow. She just fed straight away from the get-go. Again, her belly is amazingly clean. I think the majority of these will prove out to be hatchling, to be fair. If they don't, I'd be very surprised. But it doesn't make a difference. I mean, they're pretty. But yeah, as you can see, she's a absolute monster. Aren't you, sweetheart? Okay, so then we'll move on to the cream of the crop for the clutch. Okay, so this is the cream of the crop from the clutch. So this is the clown that we hit in the clutch. A lot of people have said how busy this clown is. I love that head. I mean, that head is just insane. Again, the light's not really on our side today. But that head is just crazy. And she's so busy. So busy. But this is our little holdback female from the clutch, so she won't be available. She's going to stay here. But we love how the dorsal's all broken up. She's got like blotching through all these dark patches here. And yeah, as you can see, she's starting to feed really well as well. But she is incredible, absolutely incredible. And she's going to come and have a nose at the camera. At those eyes. Oh, I love her. Absolutely love her. So we'll pop her back then, and then we'll give you an update on the banana clutch, because we haven't actually done any updates on them. So we'll get them done now. Okay, so these guys are from the banana enchi to cinnamon pinstripe clutch. Now this is a little cinnamon pinstripe female who looks a hell of a lot like her mother. Her mother's absolutely gorgeous, super sweet natured, and she seems to be following in her mother's footsteps. She's really pretty, and she will be available after she's had 10 consecutive meals. So I love how cinnamon reacts with the pinstripe and makes it all really nice and dark, and then you get this dorsal stripe all the way down to the tip of the tail. So that's a little female. So this is the second one out of the clutch. This is a little Enchi pinstripe female. And check that head out. I love how the Enchi gives these extra bands on the side of the head there. It makes the pinstripe really reduced. So again, this little lady will be available once she's had 10 consecutive feeds. She's stunning, so clean, really clean looking animal. Of course I could just be being biased. Okay, so next up is this little one. This is a male Enchi pinstripe cinnamon. So same sort of thing as the last girlie that we just showed you, only the cinnamon gives it this real deep colouring along the sides. I mean, the flanks on this animal, like, it's orange in the flesh, literally orange. But all these guys are now feeding really well, feeding on defrost fuzzy rats. So again, this little dude will be available once he's had 10 consecutive feeds. So if you're in the market for an Enchi cinnamon pinstripe, give us a shout. Okay, so moving into the banana stuff then. This is a straight banana. All of these bananas are male. All the banana combinations are male. So I just mentioned that. But as you can see, this one has been feeding like there is no tomorrow. He's an absolute chunker. So again, this little guy will be available once he's ready. But I love the banana stuff, I really do. I love how light the heads are. I love the whitening along the flanks here and these little orange bits within the dorsal. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, single gene banana male. Okay, so this little guy is a banana Enchi. Again, that head is just incredible. I love how Enchi really intensifies these oranges. And they stay pretty orange as they grow up. Dad's is still pretty prominent within him. They do develop a few black spots, but not very many. So, again, beautiful little banana Enchi male that will be available. And as you can see, this guy's a chunker too. So they're really lovely. Oh, sorry. So this little guy is our holdback from the clutch. This one here is a banana Enchi cinnamon. So again, the Enchi just makes the pattern a lot cleaner. The cinnamon gives it that real deep orange look, which is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we struggled to decide what we were going to keep from this clutch, but the other half was determined that we was going to keep this little boy. So I said, yeah, okay. So this little guy is stopping here with us. Again, as you can see, he's a monster feeder. So we'll probably try and get this guy into the, I'm guessing he's going to want to go pied with him. As he's doing a lot of the pied stuff, I'm focusing around the clown stuff now. So yeah, so that's a banana Enchi cinnamon. Okay, so this guy will be available. He looks, when he hatched, this guy was almost white, but now his colouring and pattern is really starting to come in. So this is a banana pinstripe cinnamon. And you can see how the banana lightens it up. The cinnamon brings in these oranges, which is not showing up very well on the camera. He is a lot more orange than what he's showing here. So this little guy will be available. So this is banana, will you stay there a minute, mate? Banana cinnamon pinstripe. This fatty as well. Okay, so we'll show you the last one now of the clutch. Okay, so this is the last one of the clutch then, and I believe this to be the quad. So I believe this to be the banana, enchi, cinnamon pinstripe. The colours on this dude is unreal. I mean, on camera he looks pretty orange. In the flesh, you wouldn't believe it. Again, that head with the white blushing is absolutely stunning. His coloration, his pattern, everything. I love him. Love him. If the other half didn't want to keep the banana, enchi, cinnamon, then this one would probably be the one I'd keep, although not sure because I've got quite a bit of pinstripe stuff already. But yeah, so this guy will be available once he's ready. So if you're in the market for a quad jean, give us a shout, let us know. He's a nosy little bugger, as you can tell. And don't forget guys, we've still got a few other hatchlings that are now well established, well ready to go. We've got yellow bellies, males and females, fires, males and females, vanillas, males and females, black pastel spot nose male available, vanilla cream female available. Actually, I'll pull the vanilla cream out because she is gorgeous. She really does need to have a bit of a moment on the camera. He's nosy, aren't you? Okay, so we'll show you the vanilla cream and then we'll wrap it up, guys, okay? Okay, so this is the little vanilla cream girl. As you can see, she is really well established now. She's feeding on small Maltese, although she can go up to medium Maltese now, which is what I'll probably move her up onto. She's around about 180, 190 grams-ish. She was only fed last night, so there's no point in me weighing her yet. I'll wait until she's done her business and then get an accurate weight of her. But this little girl is available right now. How she hasn't been stacked up yet, I will never know, because she is just amazing. But in saying that, if she doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't make a difference to me. She'll just be grown on and added into the army, really. But she is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Really, really, really nice patterning. Look at that. She's got some really nice coloration to her. She's yeah, she's beautiful. Steady girly. So yeah, if you know anybody that's looking for a vanilla cream, give us a shout. Yeah, and then we'll get an updated sales list done and get that posted as well, so you guys can see exactly what we've got available for sale. Okay, so thanks for watching, and thank you all very much for your support. So take care of yourselves, and we shall speak to you all again soon. Bye.
Hi guys, so it's Tasha from DNA Royals, just with a quick update on the Banana Enchi leopard clutch and the black pastel trick to a spot nose clutch, now that they've all shed out. So as you can see, they've shed out, we've tubbed them up, we've sexed them, we've done their records and that. So these are 3 litre Braplast tubs that we're using to set them up with, and as you can see, it's just a pretty basic setup. So it's just the kitchen roll with a hide and a water bowl, and they should be good to go with that. If not, what we will look at doing is adding like another toilet roll tube or something like that in there, just so they've got another place to hide if they feel like it. Okay, so the first one is the one that you guys actually helped me with identifying, because I was struggling a little bit. I thought this guy was a Banana Enchi. Turns out that this guy is actually a Banana Enchi leopard. So we will pull him out and let you have a look at him. Now this guy is absolutely amazing. As you can see, that head is just crazy. I love how he's got like this bit that goes back like that, and then you've got another 2 bits that come in. And I'm loving this dorsal blushing that's going on as well. So this is a little boy we sexed earlier. We do actually have 2 of these. One's a male, one's a female. So that's the male. So we don't know which one we're going to hold back yet. We haven't quite decided. I'm just going to concentrate on getting them feeding to start off with. Steady boy. And then take it from there, really. But yeah, he's amazing, absolutely amazing. And so just pop that back in there. There you go, buddy. Those blushings down his sides and on his dorsal are just, oh, lovely. Okay, so on to the next one then. Okay, so this is the other banana Enchi leopard of the clutch. Again, as you can see, that crazy head, very nice and dark in the pattern. The yellow is almost orange, which is crazy. So this is the female banana Enchi leopard. So I don't know which one we're going to keep, but we will decide once they've got feeding and, you know, the rest of it. But again, the blushings are just insane. And that head is just, wow, that head is crazy. So yeah, this is the female. So on we go to the next one. Okay, so this is the banana leopard, sorry little man, of the clutch. I say little man, we've sexed this one as female, although where it's so small I am going to wait for it to put on some size before I resex it. I'm going to resex this one, just where it's so small. I don't really want to press too hard, but that's showing me that that's a female. At the moment there's no, going the wrong way, you know, there's no hemipines there. So yeah, now this one, once it gets feeding, is currently already spoken for, which is fine by me. I mean, we did say that if we produced a banana leopard we would keep it, but if we hit the 3 Gina then we'd keep that one. So this one is gorgeous. I'm loving the purples on her, and the side patterns are just absolutely stunning. But this little girl, although she be but small, she is mighty. On to the next one. Okay, so this is the 4th one from the banana Enchi leopard clutch then, and this is a lovely little leopard female. You'll have to excuse the lighting, we're losing light a lot at the moment, but this little girl, now I'm probably being biased because this is the first leopard that we've ever produced, but wow, like her colouring is just amazing. It's not really showing up on the camera very well here, so what I'll do is once they've settled and they've taken a few meals, we'll get the light tent out and get some really nice shots of them. So this is a little girl as well, and this little girl is also already spoken for once she starts feeding. So yeah, there's a gorgeous little single gene leopard. Love her. Okay, so this is the last one from the clutch, and as you can see, this is a little normal. Although, again, I've got to say this, for a normal, she is amazing. And I mean, if you saw our previous videos, you'll see that I liked these little bits. So she's got that bit of white flecking coming up there, and also on that side there, just by there. But she is absolutely gorgeous. So this little girl, she is a female. She is a female. So if anybody's after a little normal female, feel free to get in touch, because she will be available once she starts feeding. And she is amazing. Those belly patterns are just crazy. I really love the way that the white comes up over these black bits and around the alien heads. She's just absolutely gorgeous. And that white flecking, like I said, is gorgeous. So that's her, and we'll move on now to the black pastel trick clutch. Okay, so this is the first one from the black pastel trick to spot nose clutch, and this is a normal, as you can see. Another little girl. We seem to have been really lucky and hit quite a few females this time round. She's absolutely stunning. So again, there's another little normal female. If anybody's interested, she will be available after she starts feeding. So, and she's a lot darker than the other one. We are starting to lose light, so her colours are not coming through as nice as what we thought they would. But yeah, so once she's feeding, she will be available. Gorgeous little thing. On to the next one. Okay, so this is the little spot nose of from the black pastel trick to spot nose clutch, and this one is also a little female. She's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, again, with the light fading, you can't really see it, but that head is just like, wow, you know. I mean, she is amazing. She really is. She actually looks like a normal on camera. I'm gonna have to get some proper photos of her. Again, this is a little female. I've been arguing with myself as to whether I'm going to keep her or not, because I do have obviously a proven breeder spot nose male here, which is her father, that I was going to put up for sale. So now I'm arguing with myself as to whether to keep this little girl or not. As I mean, spot nose is, you know, those of you who work with spot nose will know, you know, the power of the gene, and the things that you can do with it. So drop me a comment and let me know what you guys think, whether I should keep her or whether I should let her go. Okay, so this little one here then, again, this one is also female, and this one has been spoken for. So this is a black pastel spot nose. A little bit of stick shed on there. I'll get that off. Okay, yeah, so this is a black pastel spot nose. Again, the light is fading, so these snakes are actually presenting a lot darker than what they actually are. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous example. Unfortunately, excuse me, we didn't hit on the 3 gene, which I first originally thought that we did. But the sides there, they're indicating black pastel and spot nose. If it was trick in there, you'd expect the alien heads to be slightly more uniformed and more sort of a bit crazy on the patterning. So yeah, so this one is a little girl. And like I said, once this one starts feeding, this one is also spoken for. So that's her. And then we'll just move on to the last of the clutch then, which is my holdback, and then we'll end the video. Okay, so this is our little boy, and he is also a black pastel spot nose. He's gorgeous. Like, I love him. Well, I love them all. I do love them all. This is the problem when you breed snakes. You just fall in love with everything that you produce, and then letting it go can be really hard. And he's a wiggly bum. Yeah, he's so dark. He almost looks GHI with that really light dorsal and then the really dark sides. But there's definitely no GHI in these guys. So this is the one that I originally thought was trick when it was in the egg and when it just left the egg. Unfortunately, it's not. It is just black pastel spot nose. But this is a little boy, and he will be staying, and he will be joining the ranks with the rest of them. Bless him. He's so cute. Love, love, love how the dorsals have come out on these very, very light, yet the sides have come out very, very dark. Again, these are coming out on camera a lot darker than what they actually are. So what I'll do, oh, thank you very much for that. Yeah, so what I'll do is I will wait for these guys to start feeding, and then we'll get them in the light tent, and yeah, and then we'll go from there and get some nice photos of him. Have you finished yet, mate? No, still going. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the video there with our delightful little boy. Bless him. Okay, so take it easy, folks. Feel free to comment below. Let us know what you guys think. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, otherwise you won't know when we've put up a new video. Hit the like button if you like this video, or hit the you know, the thumbs down if you don't like this video. That's fine, and we will end it there. Take it easy, folks. Bye.